BIAs, or business impact analysis, estimates the consequences of that loss. Now, we're going to do a risk assessment first, determine our threats, our vulnerabilities, the likelihood of something happening, which is going to give us an impact. That's the beginning of the business impact analysis. Estimates the consequences of a loss, provides a means of determining the order of recovery. How important is that asset? Do we need to restore it quickly? Can we wait a while? We're going to have amount of time we can live with that asset before we have actual irreparable damages, what's known as our maximum tolerable downtime. Determine the priority of applying mitigations. We have a huge disaster happen. Some things we need to bring up before other things. Some things we can leave down for a while. Payroll, probably need to bring it up within about 2 weeks, or people are going to say, I can't feed my family, I can't stay here. Other things might be able to wait a month. Some things can't even wait an hour. Life support in the hospital, I think you need to get that up immediately before you get payroll going. After all, the patients aren't going to pay if they're not alive to pay the bill. So the payroll won't matter if the patients all die. It considers both physical and intangible losses, reputation, money. The intangibles hurt you long term. Fiscal can also have an impact immediately. Of course, you can't afford to buy things, especially after a disaster, but may hurt you by not allowing you to expand, not allowing you to maintain the market share you currently have. The intangibles, something really bad happens, people go, I don't want to buy from you. I don't like you any longer. I'm going to deal with someone else. Prioritizes the application of controls. The more critical a process is, the more valuable an asset is, the more we're going to do to protect it, and the sooner we're going to bring that asset or process back up. We're going to apply controls to mitigate the problem quicker. Provides a foundation for making business decisions to minimize risk. The more important something is, the more damage that can occur, the more risk we face from something, the quicker we're going to deal with it, the more resources we're going to apply to taking care of the issue. We don't want to face undue risk, and something that's particularly large, something that's particularly expensive, needs to be prioritized. It is conducted by a committee responsible for assessing the risk, and the same committee is generally going to be the people involved with the disaster recovery plan in many cases. They're going to look at the risk assessment, and they're going to do the impact analysis, and there's standards for doing this. COBIT spells it out, Octave spells it out, ISO 27001, NIST 800-30 again, as well as other models for doing risk assessments and business impact analysis.